If your retail business is selling and you've got revenue coming in, but the cash still feels really tight, then this video is for you, because this is one of the most frustrating places to be as a retail store owner. I mean, your store is trading, customers are buying, the team is working hard, yet the revenue still looks decent, but somehow there just never seems to be enough cash left over in your bank account. And when that happens, most owners assume the answer is simple. We need more sales, we need more customers, and we need a bigger month. Hey there, my name's Alvin. I am a bricks and mortar retail business coach. I sold large retail businesses, and now I help other retailers do the same to help them grow their business. And so this is one of the big problems I see retailers having in their stores. It's one of the big problems that I had when I was running my business, is I was making all these sales, but my bank account was constantly running out of cash. And so what do you do in this situation? And this is what this video is all about, how I'm going to show you some of the strategies that you can use when you are in that situation where you're selling more but keeping less, and it's going to be all about margins. So make sure you click the like button, subscribe button, where I do more videos like this on how to grow your retail business and how to tackle some of the issues, a lot of the issues that you're having in your bricks and mortar retail store. So let's get back to it. So a lot of the time when you're experiencing this situation, the real problem is this. It's like sales are coming through the door, but usually it's weak margins within the products within your store are letting the cash slip out the back. And if you can't see that clearly enough, you stay busy, but you do not really get ahead within your retail business. And so let's look at sales. If your sales are decent, but your cash still feels tight, and that is the first red flag. Because sales are visible, right? Sales feel good. You can see them on your point of sale system. Hopefully you're pulling an end of day report. You can see how much money you took into your store, and sales makes the business look healthy. And that is exactly why the concept of sales can fool you, because a business can look active from the outside and still be weaker underneath the hood of the business, more so than the owner realizes. Because it's all about cash. And this is where the frustration starts. You look at the effort going in, and when you look at the cash position, and the two don't really match. This is why so many retail store owners feel confused. And by the way, this doesn't only happen to retail store owners. I'm only talking to you from this angle because this is what I've experienced running my retail stores. But this is a common problem that happens across a ton of businesses. So you're not alone, but it's so common. It's a simple way to fix it that we often forget it. So let's get back to it. So, why do you often feel confused? You're not lazy, you're not asleep at the wheel, but you're working hard, but the cash still feels rather skinny. And this is what usually sends people in the wrong direction, because most retail store owners think the answer must be more sales. Sometimes it is, right? And sometimes it might not be. And I'm not saying that it shouldn't focus on sales. That happens later on. But what we first need to look at are the margins. And this is where a lot of the time the problem in your store lies when it comes to running out of cash. So you're still selling, but you're keeping less. And that's a very, very different issue. So when I work with retailers, I help them get clearer on their numbers that actually drive cash, profit, and the overall breathing room in the business. And one of the biggest traps I see is that owners are focusing heavily on their revenue, but revenue on its own doesn't tell you enough, because you can have decent sales and still have margin quietly eroding underneath the surface of your business, so under the hood of your business, right? So yes, money's coming in, but not enough is actually staying in the store and ultimately hitting your bank account. And this matters even more right now because, as you know, the market is tighter. Costs have moved. You've got tariffs. Supplier pricing has moved because of tariffs. Operating pressure has gone up because of tariffs. Customers are more price sensitive because of tariffs. And so what used to be a small margin mistake can now become a much bigger cash problem much faster. And that means if your pricing is out of date, or your categories are weaker than you think, or you are carrying products that are busy but not profitable, you end up feeling it in your business. Not always all at once, but you end up feeling it. And that is why a lot of retail store owners are working harder than ever, but getting less financial breathing room from all the effort they're putting in. And so that's why I created the Retail Cash Leak Scorecard, because most owners know something feels off, but they cannot always see clearly where the leak actually is. So you know something's happening under the hood of your business, right? But like, where is it? How do you go about fixing it? Is it margins, inventory, expenses, supplier terms, visibility? And so when I was working with my clients, I created this tool, this diagnostic tool called the scorecard, the Retail Cash Leak Scorecard, and it'll help you figure out where in your business the cash is leaking. It's 15 questions, it's 5 categories, takes about 15 minutes, and the whole point is simple, right? So you can stop guessing, because for many retail store owners, when the cash is running out of the business, they have no idea what to do, and they just start doing all these random things rather than taking a systematic approach to fixing the problem. So with the Retail Cash Leak Scorecard, you can stop guessing, you can find the biggest leak, and you fix that first. It makes sense, right? Find the biggest hole and patch it up. So there were all these different leaks happening in your business. But for this video, I want to stay mainly on margins, because this is one of the biggest blind spots I see when working with the retailers that I work with. And so this is where I like to start first. And this is really, really important to get your head around. So the first thing I would check is visibility. Do you actually know your gross margins by category? Are you actually utilizing your point of sale system? And I mean there by category, because as retailers, we've got a lot of categories within our store, and it's really important we're all across it, right? If you're a pharmacy, you've got the dispensary category. You front of shop, within the front of shop, you've got all these different categories. If you're a confectionery store, you've got chocolates, white chocolates, etc. If you're a sporting store, you've got women's sporting goods, women's accessories, women's stuff, as well as the men's stuff as well. So it's really important that you need to know your gross margin by category, and not just total sales, not just total revenue, and you need to know not just whether the month felt okay overall. You need to harness your point of sale system and understand category by category, because total revenue can actually hide a lot. Excuse me. You can have one part of the business that's doing really, really well, the other one doing really average, and the other part quietly dragging the rest of the store down. But if you only look at the top line, you miss that. And this is where most retail store owners get caught, right? Because the business looks active, but not every part of the business is truly feeding cash. And I emphasize the word cash, right? So if I asked you right now, which categories are really protecting your margin and which ones are quietly weakening it, would you know clearly? Do you have a process in place, or would you be estimating? Because if you are estimating, you don't really have visibility of the numbers in your business yet. And that's really, really important. The second thing I would check is pricing, because pricing drift is one of the easiest ways for margin to weaken quietly. It's not because owners are careless, but just because retail is busy. You know, you mean to review pricing. You've got it set up on your to-do list. It's written there, and you know you should be reviewing your pricing, right? But the week gets away from you, and then the month gets away from you. And before long, key products categories that have not been reviewed properly in a very long time kind of get overlooked. You know, supply costs change, discounting habits creep in, old assumptions stay in place. So now you're still selling, but the margin is thinned without you really noticing it. And that is why one of the most useful questions is, when did we last properly review pricing on products that matter the most? Not casually, but properly. There's so many things we can talk about pricing, right? A lot of retailers just copy pricing from big box retailers, from discounters when they're not a discounter, and all of these things can be eroding your margin. So it's something that you need to really have a look at and understand. The third thing I would check if you're in a cash funk is products. Are you selling items that look productive but are not actually helping much? And this happens all the time. Some products move well, they make the store feel busy, they make the business look active, but when you really look at them, the margin is thin and or the discounting is like too common and the contribution is weaker than expected. And this happens, of course, when we don't actually have a pricing strategy, right? You are just copying other people's prices, which doesn't really make sense. And it doesn't make sense for your bank account. So this is the key line. When you have a store, activity is not the same as contribution, and a product that can sell well and still not improve your cash position the way you think it should. And that is why I would be very, very careful about assuming fast moving lines is automatically healthy lines within your store. So if sales look okay, but cash still feels wrong, like you look at your bank account and like, where is it? I would not jump straight to need more revenue. I would diagnose first. I would look at margins. I would look at whether I can really see margin by category. I would look at pricing drift. I would look at whether some products are busy, but not truly profitable. And I would also keep in mind that sometimes what looks like a margins problem is being made worse by inventory, supply terms, expenses, or weak visibility. And that's why I created the Retail Cash Leak Scorecard. It's useful for this purpose. It helps you stop guessing. It helps you see where cash is most likely leaking in the business right now. So if this sounds familiar, go and take the scorecard. It's in the description below. It's built for independent bricks and mortar retailers like you who feel cash is tight despite solid sales. It works amazingly for pharmacy owners, boutique owners, pet store owners, any kind of retail store. It's 15 questions. It looks at 5 key drivers in your business. It takes you about 15 minutes. And once you've done it, done the scorecard, you will have a much clearer idea where margins are the main leak in your business right now, or whether something else is making the problem worse. And you know exactly what to do on how to fix it. So you get clear first and then fix the right thing first. If you're new here, I'm Alvin. You've made it to this far. This channel is all about helping retail store owners build stronger businesses with better visibility, cash, and better profit. Because the goal is not just to stay busy. The goal is to build a business that works actually better for you. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Until next time, ciao.